Hi, Chris. How are you? Okay. Tired. When you're here, say hello. What's everyone working on? We've been through this, y'all. Come on. A plushy pillowcase for your husband. Oh. I'm only going to stay on a few minutes unless people start talking, so. Hey there. This is the shirt that I started, I think, around Thanksgiving. And it was supposed to be a cute little Christmas top, but I never finished it. So it's still might be a Christmas top. I'm using the Soho Noel in the color Holly Leaves, but I think this yarn is discontinued. I'm not sure. Hirschner's won't be clear on that with me, so I don't know if this is discontinued or not. Anyway. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Charlie. So this is the bandeau part, and part of the bottom, so it's like that. And I'm going Well, actually, technically it's this. And I have to build that piece first, and then I'll see how I want to do the sleeves. I'm using a lemon peel stitch because I thought it looked nice and it looks really good with the sparkle. So that's what I chose to do for this one. This is a 6.5 millimeter hook with a little cushion on the end. Hopefully I finish it this year. I don't know. We'll see. Aw, thanks, Chris. That's so sweet. I have one more of this. And I don't want to do long sleeves. I want to do cute little, like, short puff sleeves. So I don't think I'll need more, but yeah, I'll let you know. Thanks. You never know. I could mess up really badly. But that's another reason why I chose this stitch, is because it's very simple. And it looks really good. And it's good coverage, so shouldn't be able to see anything through there. It does, however, like to knot on itself. There we go. Pink sleeves? No. No pink. Not for this project. I don't even think I want red, honestly. I do have red in this yarn, so they'd match, but I think I just want to go with all green. Might trim it in gold. Maybe. Hiya, Heather. Yeah, I saw it. Good job. If I did, it would be like a super delicate accent, almost lacy, maybe on the sleeves and on the bottom, but that's as far as I would go because this is a very delicate yarn, and so anything heavy would just pull it down, and then it wouldn't drape properly, and it would look kind of so. Hi, Tanya. Okay. Hello, best of luck. Thank you. Can you crochet chickens? I mean, yes. Not tonight, but yes, I can. Oh. Okay. I also crochet, but I'm unraveling my yarn tonight. Oh, okay. You know what? Nobody says what we have to do on here, you know? It says crochet with me, but really it just means hang out with me. But hang out with me doesn't seem to get people's attention. Okay. There we go. Hey, Andy. Oh, what I'm wearing is the Secret Yarneries pattern for the party cardi. So, yeah, in case anyone wanted to know. I just didn't do the hood or the fur trim because I chose a very furry yarn, so I didn't see a need for a fur trim, but yeah. This is the Karen Latte Cakes in, I want to say Earl Grey, something like that. You have 3 crochet chickens. If you type the words, well, here, if you type this in the chat box, it will link your channel, and then other people can subscribe to you. Let me check on Nightbot here, make sure it's turned on. Yeah, it should be on. Sure. Okay, Leon. Nice to meet you. I'm Shannon. Hi, Lynette. It's part of a top. I explained it in the beginning, but it's a piece of a top. And it feels like I will never finish it. I've got a lot of yarn left, though, so that's good. You have to hide because Andy is here? What did you do? Okay. I feel like I'm missing a huge inside joke or something. Oh, it's Jason's fault? Okay. Okay. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but y'all just deal with that. Hey, Lilena, don't ask me to explain the chat. I don't know what's happening. So, but I trust Andy will deal with it. Well, I'm sure we all heard about Catherine O'Hara, but I am suspicious that we don't know a lot of details yet. So what's everyone's favorite Catherine O'Hara role? I mean, for me, you really can't beat Kate McAllister in Home Alone. But I did love her in Beetlejuice. Home Alone, yeah. I don't think so. Yep. Home Alone, Beetlejuice, yep. Thanks, Leon. I mean, that Creek show, she was really funny. I watched that through VidAngel, and they take out all the completely unnecessary language, which was nice. So it was actually funny. And I've never seen Best in Show, but I want to. I guess now I should. Yeah, that one. That show. Thank you. I have the yarn from that show. Is Best in Show good? Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Of course. Yes, Sally, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yep. She's also Shock in that movie. I liked her in Frankenweenie too. I thought her voice was so calm and sweet as the mom. Yes, she was. The three, I don't know what you call them, henchmen, I guess, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, were Danny Elfman, who's the composer, who's also the singing voice for Jack, and Catherine O'Hara, and Paul Rubens. Thank you. Yeah. Probably because the budget was smaller for that film. That would be my guess. So they all did a lot of double duty. Yes, he was. I don't know. That's my guess. I know that Danny Elfman was Jack's singing voice because nobody else sounded the right way. He wanted Jack to sound a certain way. Tim wanted Jack to sound a certain way, and nobody could do it. And so, as just the demo, Danny did it. And Tim was like, yeah, I really like when you do it. So could you just do it? And yeah. Not to mention he and Catherine sounded really good together in duets. So yeah, kind of cinched it for him. Oh, I'm sorry, Lelena. The yarn I'm using is called Soho Noel. I don't know if it's discontinued. I feel like yes, but I can't get a clear answer from Hirschner, so I don't know if maybe this color is, but maybe not the whole line. I don't know. I'm going to use my special little number, though, and I have questions for them this week. So if you sign up to be a Hirschner's member, you get a special little exclusive phone number where they answer your questions. It's great. And they don't ignore you. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a shame. Only thing about this yarn is it likes to stick to itself. So tangling is very possible. And frogging isn't impossible, but it's not fun. So you just try really hard not to mess up. course. Ask away. I posted a tutorial this afternoon, if anyone saw it, how to make a granny square. I'm going to try to do some more beginner tutorials that are not the just absolute basics, because I've already done the absolute basics. So if you want to see that, just check the Back to Basics playlist. But y'all asked for slightly more interesting tutorials, so we're starting with the granny square. Okay. So I'm kind of a beginner. I've made a couple of things, mostly in acrylic yarn, and I want to make a blanket, but not use acrylic. What kind of yarn do you recommend? Also, not break the bank yarn. I don't want to pay. Yeah, I know. I'm all about budget friendly. You're fine. Okay. Let's see. Well, cotton's a really good choice because it breathes really well. So if you want to make a nice little like summer lapgan or something, that's a nice choice. I wouldn't really go into wools or any kind of animal fibers. That can be kind of temperamental and harder to wash. The reason people use acrylic is because it's very washable. But cotton is a really good choice. So let's see. Lily's Sugar and Cream is more of a kitchen cotton, but you can get a lot of it for a smaller price. But it can be really hard on your hands. Although it does wash nicely. It does eventually get soft. The Bernat cotton is really nice. And Lion Brand has some nice cottons too. My favorite cottons are very thin, so you probably wouldn't like that. You just want kind of a basic cotton acrylic blend or just 100% cotton. And you probably want to look for it to be either a worsted weight, which is a 4, or maybe a little bulkier to get the project done faster. So like maybe a 5. But yeah, I think cotton would work for you. Another question. Do you know the difference between polyester, or is that just acrylic? No, polyester is not acrylic. Polyester is technically a blend, but it's more of a fabric base. Acrylic is plastic. It just is. But in my mind, if you're gonna use plastic, why not let it be pretty? So, yeah, acrylic is essentially plastic woven into a fiber, and it's very versatile. That's why people like it. It's user-friendly, it's relatively cheap, very easy to produce, and very versatile. You can make anything in it, basically. I wouldn't recommend making hot pads in it because acrylic does melt because it's plastic. But You can, however, I don't like the myth that you can't make coasters out of acrylic. You can, technically. If you're using an insulated mug or a tumbler or something like that, or a cold glass of something for your coaster, yeah, you can absolutely use acrylic. It's fine. But if you're using something really hot or using it as a trivet or a hot pad, no, it will melt and you will be sad and burned. So, yeah. Polyester is like your burlap blanket or the chenille yarns you see. That's a polyester. And if you see a polyester blend, usually it's blended with either a nylon or an acrylic, some kind of base, because some polyesters cannot survive on their own unless they are actually in a fabric form, because you see lots of polyester fabrics out there. They're very nice for people who make like wearable fashion. Couldn't think of it. I got one skein of that yarn in yellow gold color on Black Friday. Do you have any suggestions for what to do with one skein of it other than a hat? Do you think you could make amigurumi with it? Do you mean this, the Soho Noel? I just want to make sure that we're talking about the same yarn. Tabitha, do you mean this? I assume your name is Tabitha. It's at the end. Yes, it's also a petroleum-based fiber. That's true. Yes, same yarn, different color. Yeah, I have the yellow one. I have used it for amigurumi hair. I made a Rapunzel doll, and it looked really cool as her hair because it kind of glowed. But I gotta tell you, this, okay. Would you guys like to learn something tonight? All right. This is technically a chain spun yarn. You can see that there are a lot of little chains interwoven throughout the yarn, which is great because it holds the glitter in place. Awesome. So the glitter isn't going anywhere because it's part of the chain. However, this is also a roving yarn, which, one of my least favorite yarns, but it's so pretty, I don't care. You cannot control your tension very well with a roving yarn because it will be thin, thick, super thin, thick. You never know what size your next stitch is going to be. And that is annoying. That is why I am using a huge hook for this. This is a 6.5. This yarn is considered a 3 weight because the smallest part of it is a 3. And what do they recommend? Yeah, they recommend a 5mm hook. I am using a 6.5. Yes, you got it. That's how it's spelled. And it's frustrating because controlling your tension is really, really hard. And with amigurumi, tension is essential. So unless you are like really good at amigurumi and you know how to mess with certain yarns that aren't going to do what you want them to, you've probably been doing amigurumi for a long time. I wouldn't use this for amigurumi unless, like me, my doll was this big. I really thought it would be cute hair. I was braiding it anyway. Who cares if it didn't really look like, you know, the greatest? It was just a braid. It looked cute, but yeah, probably not the greatest idea for amigurumi. However, If you wanted to make an amigurumi and make like a little dress for it or a little hat for it, or you wanted to make a small little ornament, something tiny that your stitches don't matter too much, you could probably use this. Could you use it with another yarn? Well, yes, but that's still not going to help your issue too much. But yeah, you can use this with another yarn. Actually, if you use this with another gold thread, then you'd have even more sparkle, which is a pretty thing. Hi, Andy. Oh, you going live? Are you waving bye because you're going live? Didn't realize that was a roving yarn. A bummer, in my humble opinion. But good to know. I was happy when I got it because it's one of the softest sparkle yarns I've ever touched. It is. It is. You don't even feel the sparkle, which is so nice. I mean, I'm making a top with it, but I'm also using a large hook. And oh, you know what would be really pretty with one skein? Why don't you do fingerless gloves? That could be cute. And even if they're not for you, they could make a cute gift. Fingerless gloves would be cute. A hair accessory would be really cute, like a really pretty headband with some kind of, you know, fancy design, like the X stitch would be pretty. Primrose stitch would be pretty. Strawberries and lace is a pretty one too. Like a delicate stitch. But use a bigger hook just to make sure your tension isn't thrown off. Does that help you, Tabitha? Did I answer everybody's question? I don't know. Okay. Yee. I'm going to readjust here. Ugh. Yes, I'm wearing my PJs. I basically live in them, so don't judge. I'm a Spoonie who basically lives in my bed, so. Oh, and once again, this is the Party Cardi by Secret Yarnery. It's just a hexie cardi, but she does do some really cool shaping at the bottom, but you can't see that part right now. It looks really cool when it's like on you, but she does add a hood and fur trim. I didn't do that because, first of all, I made it with fur yarn, so I don't need a fur trim. And second of all, I don't really need a hood. So, yeah. I don't live in a crazy cold area like I used to, so. Well, it's cold now, and it's supposed to get even colder, but it's not like this all the time. It's not like when I lived in Alaska, so, you know. If I had made this when I lived in Alaska, that would have been a lot more prudent, but oh well. Mm-hmm. Let me just check something here while you guys are typing. It still says that. Okay, good. Yes, this was so informative. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I was thinking small star ornament, but I like the idea of fingerless gloves as well. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, and whatever you make, please post a picture on the community tab. I would love to see it, and I'm sure others would as well. actually think this would make a very good hat. No, I don't think so. Because, like, what are the washing instructions? It is machine washable. It sure seems like it would be a hand wash only, but it's not. You don't even have to dry it flat if you don't want to. Machine wash and dry on low. Okay. 317 yards. This is 63% acrylic and 37% polyester. And polyester would be all of the metallic threads in there. I am not going to stay on very long tonight. I was on last night with Andy the Crafty Witch, if you saw that one. If not, you can watch the replay when this is over. And we made some silly things. That was fun. And next week, I will be live on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern with my friend Teresa at Critters Crochet. We are starting a little crochet club, basically. Very fun. And we're just going to get in our comfy clothes, have some tea, and crochet and chat. And you're welcome to join us. We're calling it the Tink Peel Club. So please join every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on this channel and hers. About how many skeins do you think you'll be using for the shirt you're working on? Yeah, that's a good question. I may not know until I finish the bandeau part, because right now, well, I have a lot left in here, but I've still used a good piece of it already. At least 2. Whoops. Currently crocheting a tissue box cover. Tissue box cover. I can talk. That sounds cute. Is it the one from the, is it Critters Crochet's pattern from the Battle of the Stitches? Because she just created one that was a tissue box cover. It's very cute. It's very much my mom's best friend's style, so I actually think I'd really like to crochet that one for Christmas for her. Not with this stuff. I think I'll probably use a nice cotton. Okay, Chris, thanks for stopping by. See you in the comments. There's a lot of people live tonight. Friday is a very popular live night, so I don't expect too many people here tonight, and that's fine. Also, I didn't post about it in the community tab, but that's okay. I was trying to get people to watch the tutorial, because People asked for it, so there it is. Not that. I'll have to look up that pattern you suggested. I couldn't find a pattern for what I wanted, so I decided to make one up, essentially freehand it. Good for you! Hi, Kathy. Yeah, I'll grab her pattern for you. Here, I'll put it in the chat. She just did it, so it's, you know, really recent. Let's see. Okay. Videos. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. Tissue box cover tutorial. Here it is. Here you go. Then you can comment on her video and tell her I sent you. I'm excited to see what my friend Heather has been up to. Heather, are you watching still? I don't know. But she always does her monthly wrap-up. So I like to see what she's made each month. I don't actually think she knows I like those videos, but I do. I wish I could do stuff like that. I wish I could do a wrap-up video, like what I've made for the month, but I think it'd be very boring because it's probably like 1 or 2 things. So, yeah. I do want to start on the Zootopia kit, though. Hi, Timothy. You're still working on your Pac-Man blanket? Good for you. You crocheted a total of 3 things this month. Well, you could put January and February together. What you crocheted for January and February, I guess. Because February is a short month, so... Just posted the community tab. Go to my page, go to the section called posts, and then you can post pictures there. Remember, you can use !spoon if you want to drop your link. I think I'm going to talk about decluttering and organizing I've been doing since that's what's been taking up my time besides my children. That's a good idea, Heather. Yeah, you showed me all the videos. All the videos you sent me, maybe you can use as like clips. I introduced Heather to the clutter bug and now she's obsessed. I've seen a lot of people make videos of everything they've made for a whole year in 2025. They're fun to watch, but I don't know if it's feasible for everyone to make that. No, I can't do things like that. I can't remember that long, and I don't want to remember that long, so yeah. But for some people, sure. I did, however, one year do every single movie I watched that I had never seen before. I did a video on that. And I gave like 2-minute reviews of every single movie. This is a long video, but it was funny. Yeah, well, Andy, you do markets. So that would be, you do markets and craft shows and stuff. So your stuff, you'd never be able to do that because your video would be like 5 hours long. Hi, Kathy. I am making a top. It doesn't look like one now, but trust me, it will be a top. Timothy, you've asked me that a million times. The answer is still yes. Are you going to share a pattern for the top you're making? I don't know. Probably not, because I'm just kind of doing whatever I want. And there definitely won't be enough yarn for me to show you how to make it with this kind of yarn. So, yeah. Oh, Kathy, like this. See what Heather did? Like that. It is really pretty. It's annoying, but it's pretty. There's a reason I keep putting this thing down. I really want to finish it because it would be so pretty, but it's not the friendliest yarn. I could, I guess, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I'm fine when people share their links. I just don't like it when they do it like a million times during one of my chats. Or the people who stop in, drop their link, and then disappear. Come on, y'all. Soho Noel. I think it's going to be discontinued. But I'm not 100% sure. Okay. I don't know what the video is going to be next week. I'll try to have one, but I don't know. Hello. Oh, thanks. Probably not. I don't really stream on the weekends too often, but you never know. I don't have a live schedule other than my Tuesday lives because my body is unpredictable and it does whatever it wants. So if my body is feeling okay enough, I go live. If it's not feeling okay, I don't go live. Sorry. That's why notification bells are very important. But Andy goes live a lot. You should watch her lives. In fact, I think she's going to go live later tonight. See how I'm mostly crocheting back here? That's because no matter what size the yarn is, I'm trying to keep the same tension, but it's really difficult because this yarn constantly changes. Thank you. All right, good night. Soho Noel. I think the color is something holly leaves. It's a Christmas yarn because this was supposed to be a Christmas top. It is now January. Oh well. The lives are more exciting when I'm with another person. Sorry, everyone. Next Christmas. Sure. No, it will not be done by St. Patrick's Day. Not a chance. Nope. I'm a very slow crocheter, especially with garments. Garments are tough for me. I can do them, and I like them, but it's slow. You're making a cardigan. You hate sleeves. Yeah. For me, it's the shoulder. Like, I don't mind the sleeves, but making the shoulder flat is... Ugh. Because you have to do that little wedge and... Unless you do a raglan style, and then sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You feel like they take forever? Yeah. Yeah, you create the little wedge. It pieces the two pieces together. You know, you have the sleeve, and then you have the shoulder, and then you need to create the little wedge so that the shaping works out for both. So that the shaping works so that the two pieces can come together without creating that gap. You don't do it that way? Oh. Okay. No, it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. That's just the way I was taught. It does not mean you're doing it wrong at all. I can't show you on this one because this one is a hexacardy, so it's just the one piece, you know? It goes like that. So I don't have any on this one. And my other one is in the closet, and I don't want to show you right now. I'm sure there's many ways to do it, Lilena. Don't freak. That's just the way I was taught. See, you... Hold on. Oh, good. Art class. Okay. No one laugh at my drawing. Okay. This is half a cardigan and the sleeve. Everyone can see that. Okay, I'm going to now erase the sleeve because I don't want to draw this twice. Now then, if you were attach the sleeve right here, just like this, you would have, I believe they call it puckering, where it just kind of bunches and gathers and feels kind of icky, basically in your armpit. So what you have to do, what I was taught anyway, does not mean this is the right way. This is what I was taught. Okay, everybody take this with a grain of salt. You create a wedge right there of a few stitches so that, first of all, the sleeve and the armhole are the same size, very important, and also so that the shaping makes the sleeve more seamless. Isn't that cool? Does that make sense? Yes. That, yes. It's almost like a shoulder pad. That is the way I was taught. Does not mean that it's the right way or the wrong way. It's just the way I was taught. You're welcome. That's okay. I'm actually trying to think if I have... I was putting clips together for my video, so I might still have that one. Let me see. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, I made a sweater and you all get to see it. Okay, anyway. Okay, you see how there's a gap? And I'm showing you what I need to fill in, so that they match. The hole and the arm have to be the same length. Like that. That's what it looks like without it. And then I can't show you it all together because, well, I guess I can. I'll just crop it because I don't want you to see the sweater. That'll ruin everything. Let's see. Now I have to find the picture. Hi, Maddie. Okay. There. See? I hope everyone can see it. That's good, Maddie. Well, it's also nice because it's a lot less fabric all bunched up under your arm, you know? It's not like, you know? One of my whips is a hexie sweater, but I really want to try this wedge technique for my next sweater. Thank you for the explanation and visuals. Sure, this is a hexie. See? It's one piece and then another piece. And then I added extra length to the sleeves and extra length to the back. And then, of course, you know, I attached the two pieces in the back. And that's it. I want to make another one of these, but I want to make it a little more fitted, which was an option. I just didn't do that part. I don't know. If I make another hexie cardigan, should I do a tutorial? Or the next time I make a sweater, you know, I'll try to remember to videotape the wedge. Hi, Nifty. Mm-hmm. My cardigan is big and boxy, so it's all oversized. Well, that can be nice, though. I like my stuff a little fitted, but I also want it to, you know, fit over my head. Okay. I don't know when I'm going to make another sweater, but because this is going to be very different. This is not going to have a wedge. This is going to be like, I think they call it a Cinderella top, where you have the bandeau, the cute little sleeves, and then it's kind of a peplum down at the bottom. But it's not. To make the sleeves, you just do a chain and then attach it off of that. So, yeah. I probably explained that really badly, but, you know. So I don't know when I'm going to make another sweater. I'm working on designing something right now that prepares me for summer because, so I have an issue that I had surgery on the back of my arm. And ever since I had the surgery on the back of my arm, if the teeniest, tiniest little bit of sunlight hits that scar, it completely triggers all of my neuropathy, and it's so painful. It feels like somebody literally took a match and kept lighting my skin on fire. So I have been trying to come up with something cute that I can make, that I can wear with like just any outfit I want, and won't get hot, that'll cover my scar. So we'll see what I come up with. Thank you. Yeah, they do, especially for me. Hi, Rachel. I bought this really pretty yarn several years ago to make this little, basically, cuff for my arm, but it looked so stupid. Oh my goodness, it looked terrible, so no. Thanks, it's very warm. I used the Karen latte cakes, so it's very warm. I kind of want to make another hexie cardi, but I want to make a short one, like almost like a hexie cardi bolero, and then maybe make 3/4 length sleeves. If I use like a cotton yarn or something, that could work. The only problem is because there's gaps, in a granny stitch, those gaps can't be anywhere near my scar. So, I mean, I could make a granny stitch to like here, and then when the, well, here, and then when the scar starts, I guess I could do like all single crochet and then end with a cute little almost peasant blouse granny. That could be cute. Wait, hold on. I might have an idea. Hold on. If I did it like this. Designing on the fly, no one judge. Okay. So it would be bolero-ish. And then this part is solid. And then like that. I realize that is not what a granny stitch looks like, but just for the point of argument, just, you know. Something like that. But I could do it in cotton. It could still be warm, but not as warm as anything else I've tried. So I do know that if you make a hexie anything, it is so much better to use a larger hook. It just is. I learned that from the Secret Yarnery. All the things she makes that are hexie anything are a much larger hook. I was supposed to use a 7 for this. I used a 6.5 because I didn't have a 7 at the time. Now it's like my favorite hook. But I didn't have a 7 at the time. And yeah. I could, but I don't know, Lelena. That's more work than I think I want to do. I think I'll try this that I came up with in my head. I don't know. I'll try this. And if it doesn't work, then maybe you'll never see it. Or maybe you will. Yay! See its failures. Yay! Let's look at Shannon's failures. Pima cotton. Okay. I don't know. Well, my first one that is just like, you know, a base of I'm just using yarn to just try this. I'll just use whatever cotton I've got in the bin. I have a cotton bin. But if I really like it, then yeah, I'll probably use a nicer cotton. I think it'd be really pretty in white. Like what I'm picturing in my head, I think would be really pretty in white. But white clothing makes me nervous. Failures are the stepping stones to victory. Oh, that's cute. So I don't know. The next time you see me, I might be working on a hexi-cardi. Bolero. Hexi bolero. Would have been so much nicer if I wrote down what I did for this one, like measurement wise. But did I? No. No, I did not. That means I get to measure things all over again. Yay! Hi, Lesia. Hi, Shannon. I just sent you an email with my scarf. Yes, I want to see your scarf. Okay, hold on. I want to see. I feel like I was with you through the process, so I want to see it. Okay. Yeah, for the hexi sweater I'm working on, I'm using Caron Simply Soft with a 6mm and probably should have gone up to a 6.5, even though the yarn calls for a 5. Yeah. That looks great, Lesia. You should be really proud. Your stitches look so even. Very pretty colors. I'm not going to show it without your permission, so if you don't want me to show it, that's fine. But it's very pretty. Ow. Whew. Okay. Want me to show? Okay. Everyone, this is Lesia's scarf. Isn't it pretty? Look at her stitches, y'all. So even. Lesia, you did an amazing job. That's your first scarf. You did a great job. Good for you. All right, well, I think we're going to get off in a bit, and everyone should go over to Andy's live, the Crafty Witch. She is live, and she'll be live at 10, which is in like 3 minutes. So you still have something to watch if you want to. And I will be back Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, with Critters Crochet. And we will be doing Tink Peel Club. Yay! But at the end of next month, I'm very excited to say Critters and Spoonie is back. Yay! Critters and Spoonie is when Teresa and I like to pick a topic and maybe get controversial, maybe. But we pick a topic that's buzzing around the crafting world at the moment. And of course, right now, everyone's talking about trends. So we're going to talk about the 2026 trends for crafters, fashion, and interior design, and how Pinterest got it totally wrong. Won't that be fun? Oh, of course. We hope to see you Tuesday night. And if not, you can always watch the replays. Teresa and I are very funny when we're together. So, Tink Peel Club is just a relaxed club for everyone who is a crafter or honestly just anyone who wants to hang out with us. And we will be working on projects. Possibly I will be working on this thing. And we just get stuff done and talk to all of you. It's great. We have on our cozy clothes and maybe a cup of tea, and we're in slippers, and yeah, it's great. We just hang out in our crafting spaces. For her, that's her craft room. For me, that's my bed. But there might be occasion for me to be able to hang out downstairs in the stitchery too, because I would like to show you the wall. Yeah, I can show Andy your scarf, sure. You can post it on the community pages too. It's very simple. You just go to the community posts, and then it says, like, do you want to post a picture? And you say yes, and then you post your picture. Yeah, you can post it on her community tab too. There is Teresa's link. Please go follow Teresa at Critters Crochet. Let's see. Monday, she is doing the members crochet along. Tuesday, she is doing, oh, and I think she's going to start back on her Monday lives, but don't quote me. She may not. Tuesday, she is doing the birthstone blanket with everyone. That crochet along. And of course, next Tuesday, she will be starting another block. Yeah, because it will be the beginning of the month, so you'll all learn a new block, which is fun. Wednesday, she's doing Battle of the Stitches, which is what her and Heather at Strings and Threads, they teach you a stitch, make something with a stitch, then you can vote on whoever's project you like better. I don't know, let her explain it. It's very complicated to me because there's just a lot to say. So go to her videos. She'll explain it. They grab 2 other content creators every month. It's pretty cool. They create things with whatever stitch they teach you. It's a lot of fun. Thursdays, she is doing the Sophie's Universe blanket with Sarah at One Hook, Two Hands. And Fridays is like her fun video. You just don't know what she's going to do on Fridays. So yeah. And then, of course, Tuesday nights, she's live with me. So yeah. That is Critters Crochet. Andy, the Crafty Witch, she loves to go live and create the stuff that she's making for her craft fairs and her markets. So you never know what she's going to create, because she just creates whatever she feels like, or what sells well, or both. I think she has 1 or 2 tutorials on her channel as well. And she and I go live once a month for spooky stitching. So next month we will be doing the 13th of February for Bloody Valentine. And that's a lot of fun. And Heather at Heather's Creative Corner. I'm just plugging all my friends tonight. Why not? Heather at Heather's Creative Corner. She is like the amigurumi kit queen, mostly the Woobles. She will review just about any amigurumi kit she comes across. And she also loves to do baskets and gifting things for small children and teachers and what have you. She loves putting together baskets. It's a lot of fun. She also does jewelry, and she's going to be showing her organization and decluttering journey on her channel soon, which is awesome. And of course, everyone knows my Gigi is Amanda at Crafters Autonomous. She does all kinds of crafts. She leans heavily towards the crochet side recently, but she is just a crafter in general. She does all the different crafts, DIYs, jewelry, crochet. She dyes her own yarn. I mean, she's all kinds of stuff. It's so cool. And yeah. Oh, and if you like the Disney community, please show some love towards my friend Stacy at This Is Stacy. It's really cool. Right now she's in Disney and she is posting little shorts and vlogs on her her experience at Disney World, which is pretty awesome. She took a very long trip there, and so she decided to do more vlogging, and she tried to show you guys whatever you wanted to see, and she's been showing what her outfits are, and it's just a lot of fun, and she is so wonderful and warm. And so, yeah, go check out her channel as well. Okay, well, I am going to get off for the night, and I thank you all for joining me tonight. It was very fun. Please go check out Andy, the Crafty Witch. She is live right now, and go have fun with her tonight. And, of course, tell her I sent you. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and spoonies can stitch it up too. See you Tuesday. Bye.